Hi, I'm Nobody and welcome back to my Behind the Song series. So, Walking Naked was the latest addition to a bunch of new songs that I had, and I wrote it fairly recently, so it was during lockdown, so June 2020. I was just sending out demos to my closest friends to have feedback and, just to know what they think of my new songs. And one of my friends told me that I was missing an up-tempo song, and she was right. So I took my guitar, and as I come from a blues background, I started playing around with it, and then the main riff for Walking Naked came out, which is it's a very bluesy riff, and once I wrote that, the song kind of developed by itself. So it's one of the few times where I wrote the instrumental before the lyrics. So I left the track there for a few days because I wanted to find the perfect lyrical content to match with the song. And so I went out, I had a drink with a friend, and we were talking about dreams because I was having a recurrent dream at the time. I was dreaming of walking naked in the streets, I couldn't cover myself, and everyone was staring at me, and she told me she had the same dream for a while, so we googled it, and we found out it was about insecurities, fear of judgment, and so on, and I thought it was the perfect theme to touch upon in the song, and because it was very much related to my idea of, masks and of Nobody, my artist name. And so I went for it, and the first thing that I wrote down on the piece of paper was the title, which was pretty straightforward, Walking Naked. I loved the idea that I was touching upon such personal and, delicate aspects of our personalities, such as our insecurities and our vulnerabilities, but in such a light-hearted way. The track is very groovy, and if you don't know what I'm singing about, you might also think that it's a happy song, and I love that. The chorus of the song, which is the part that goes never mind, never mind, never mind, never mind. One more time, one more time, one more time, one more time. To me, it's the description of myself in that very moment, because I was waking up every morning going, never mind, I dreamed about this again, hopefully it will never happen, and yet I was going to bed, and one more time I was dreaming about that. And weirdly enough, it's the very last thing I wrote for the song, and it became the hook of the song. When I started working on the track, I didn't want the track to be a simple pop song, and I still wanted it to be original and, unpredictable. I think the work that me and Peter Leach, so the producer that helped me with pre-production, when we did it was mainly focusing on backing vocals, and those backing vocals brought such a good vibe to the song. It's almost like a constant call and response between the main vocal track, and the backing vocals, as if the main track would symbolize myself in that very moment, and the backing vocals, the weird dreams and nightmares that were haunting me during that time. And then we added a simple, straightforward drum line and synths, of course, and the song already felt very close to what I had in mind. When we went in the studio, me and Eduardo de la Paz, the producer and mixing engineer for this track, we worked on bass lines, which I love, and we added even more synths to work on the movement of the song and create surprise effects. In fact, we added so many instruments that I think that you people who listen to the song, you won't even notice them, but they're there. For example, shakers in the choruses. And the outcome was just fantastic. I'm so proud of this song because it's a song you don't necessarily expect from me, but then once you listen to it, it kind of makes sense in my musical context. So there it is, my behind the song for Walking Naked. You can stream it yourself and let me know your feedback, but most importantly, share it with the world.
And in my dream